Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janneil Pilgrim and I'm the friend that tells you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about your makeup. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that you can see every single post. In today's video, we're going to be doing an updated makeup routine. I haven't done makeup on here for a really long time, but it's basically showing you guys how I do my makeup now with all drugstore products. I want you guys to know that affordable is relative because I don't know what it is now, but a lot of drugstore makeup brands, their prices are getting up there. But I'm assuming that it's in comparison to where the high-end brands are. This is a disclaimer before I start this routine. It's not gonna be one of those 5-product routines. You have to put in a little bit more effort. Besides me telling you guys the products that I use, I'm also going to tell you the prices. The first thing that I do when I'm doing my base, I always moisturize. My drugstore moisturizer is Pond's. This retails for $9.67 Canadian. Even if you don't see me put it in the video, this is a part of my skin prep. I only use drugstore products for my brows. Anything high end, I don't see the difference, so I keep buying drugstore products. I use the e.l.f. brow pencil. I stock up on it because it's $3.97 for this one. Recently, I've added the e.l.f. brow lift to my routine. That part is not necessary. I basically just use the brow lift for that brow laminated look, and it makes it so much easier for me to do my eyebrows. If you struggle with filling in your brows, you might want to get this product. Or also if you struggle with taming your eyebrows, especially this eyebrow for me never used to stay. Now I don't have that problem, and I wait a minute before I start filling in my eyebrows. While that dries down, I always move into primer. The primer that I use is the Maybelline Master Prime, and this one is the Hydrate and Smooth one. I've been using this for a couple years. I use other primers as well, but to be honest, this is the one that I reach for the most. It retails for $12.96, and as I said, I wait until it goes on sale. The color that I use in the e.l.f. pencil is deep brown. And I was just starting out. I didn't have the most expensive things and my makeup still looked nice. If you want to look beautiful, just make sure that you spend the time and do it right and it will look good. As you can see, my brows look really nice and I haven't even concealed them yet. I use a different concealer on my brows than I do on my face. I only use one concealer on my eyebrows, and that's the LA Girl Pro Conceal. The color that I use in this is Warm Honey. It's very important, guys, for you to know your undertone, because it's not about just buying the cheapest things, but ensuring that you're buying stuff that's flattering to your face. I always put on my concealer with an angled brush. If you guys want an updated tutorial on that, let me know. Fun fact, this was, I think, the first concealer that I used to do my eyebrows. The same color and everything, and I've never changed it. The only thing is though, I just don't like it on my face. I don't like how it feels. Then I go ahead and just blend that out with a brush all over my eyelid. To set my eyeshadow base, I always use my Sasha setting powder, but I don't think that's drugstore. I'm gonna go ahead and use my, so sorry guys, I keep dipping into it before I show it to you, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. This one retails for $15 Canadian. We're just prepping the lids for eyeshadow. I don't think I really had a problem with it. I think it's just that it was a little bit too neutral. I love the powders that were more on the banana powder side. Moving on to eyeshadow, let me just make a disclaimer. You do not need the most expensive eyeshadow on the market. Also, don't trick yourself into buying 50 million cheap palettes. I need to have a wide range of colors. I need to have a lot of variety for the different skin tones and all that because I am a makeup artist. But for just somebody doing their own makeup, you do not need 10 million palettes. Some good drugstore makeup palettes are from Juvias place. One palette like this that has the 6 shadows retails for $16. I'm just going to do a very simple eyeshadow look. I'm just gonna use BSG as my transition color with a fluffier blending brush. Another brand that you can also get really good eyeshadows as well is BH Cosmetics. Let's go ahead and use Busy. Do you see the pigment on that? And I didn't even put on any concealer. Cut that away with the same concealer that I used on my lids. Then I blend it out. If you're gonna be wiping away anything, just be gentle and kind with yourself, please. Moving on to color correcting. I don't know about you, but I have money bags, hyperpigmentation. I have a lot of stuff that I want to go away. I use LA Girl Corrector, under my eyes. I get this from the beauty supply store. I typically use this with another concealer that's closer to my skin tone. However, that's not Drugstore, so I can't use it in this video, but if you do have another one, use it. This one was also $3.99. After I color correct, I evenly coat my brush like this, not too much powder, and I just go all over my face, go over the areas that I color corrected. I've been setting my primer for years. Let's move on to skin, one of my favorite parts. It's a little bit off. It retails now for $15.96. I'm just gonna use 2 pumps and see where it takes me. The coverage on it is immaculate. As a matter of fact, let me take some off because I'm scared. A lot of people praise it. It's not just hype, it's just that good. Just find your shade and you'll be fine. I haven't used it in the longest while, and this is clearly no longer my shade. It's not even my summer shade, to show you. You can still see the color corrector here. I don't go under my eyes with foundation, and I use what's left on my brush to just run over my nose and my forehead. My favorite concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I use the color 30. I also use the e.l.f. concealer, but it's not my favorite finish, and this is the hydrating one, and I still don't like it. I don't know why it blends the way that it does and why it dries as quickly as it does, but it's not my cup of tea. Most of these stuff I buy at Walmart. That's what I should have led with. Though this retails for $11.96, I still wait until it goes on sale for $8. Something about paying less for something than I actually could pay that makes it a wonderful experience for me. The e.l.f. Camo Concealer, that one is $7.48. I'm just gonna use a little bit of it here in my inner corner because it's just a tiny bit brighter than this one. I would typically set with a setting spray here. I use a damp sponge to blend out everything. And by damp, I mean damp, not wet. I always blend out my nose concealer and then the concealer on my chin. Then I head straight into nose contour before I blend my under eyes. The e.l.f. one dries really quickly, so I have to make it quick. Remember back in the day when I used to use this? It gives you a contour and a highlight. So this section used to be a highlight. As you can see, that's done. It's still, I don't even know if this good. This good, Father, help me. Anyways, I used to love using it for my nose contour. A little brush like this or a blending brush. Just know that the blending brush has to be denser than this one. The Pro Contour Cream retails for $5 US and $6.60 Canadian. Before, I used to put on both my highlights and my concealer and then blend. Then when I was blending, it kind of took away some of my contour, and I never used to like that. This feels so nostalgic. This is exactly where I started. After I do all of that, I blend my under eye concealer. I start with the outer concealer first. I want it to be looking like a gradient. It should be a gradual fade. For this one, I take it all the way up to my nose contour, and if it looks harsh, turn around other sections of a beauty blender and blend. So the ones that are empty, the ones that have no concealer, I would typically contour my face first, but I don't want this to dry down too much. I really like framing my face first now, and then I get into my highlight. And also, you don't need a lot of concealer, and as you can see, it's coming together. Less is always more. Moving on now to contour. I was going to use the same contour cream, but I want a really bronzy look, so I'm just gonna use another Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is the color Cocoa. I always use an angled brush for my foundation now, most of the times. Whatever brush I use for my foundation, that's what I use for my contour. I might need something with a little bit more depth, but I always start from here, temples down. I don't put my contour directly on my skin because I like it to look airbrushed, clean, nice, like this. Sometimes I do go into liquid blush. You don't have to, optional step. This one is the Milani Cheek Kiss Blush Bar that has, ooh, it retails for $11.97. I just blend it with a beauty blender because whether you blend it with a brush or not, it's gonna look the same. Back to under eye, I'm gonna use that same NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. Just gonna dip my sponge in the powder, drag off the excess powder, and press it into my under eyes. But I make sure that for my concealer, everything is blended and it looks exactly how I want before I go ahead and set my under eyes. If your under eyes have creasing and you set it, it's gonna be set with the crease. So again, dip, drag, then set I don't bake. My under eyes are too dry already, as is. I also set my laugh lines. I should have set my laugh lines when I first put on my foundation, but I forgot. Then I go into a powder that's close to my skin tone. Today we're going to use the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. It retails for $18.99. Drugstore getting a little bit up there. Just do a few dabs, coat my brush. Then I go in with it everywhere else that I didn't set with my setting powder. I always use this brush that has this powder on now to run over any area that I use to highlight, to just make sure that it's cohesive. So from this to this. I don't use extra contour powder or bronzer or any of that, but if you like that stuff, you can go ahead. I only have the Maybelline Titty Bronzer. I don't think that they have that many more shades that are darker than this one. This one retails for $12.99, or check out the ones from Juvia's place. Those ones are really good ones. I think that they have a lot of shade ranges that are available. Eye pencil, I'm using this one from Nicka K. I don't know the exact price, but as I said, pretty cheap. The only reason I would splurge on a black eyeliner is to make sure that it's waterproof. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Eyeliner in the color Espresso. This was my first ever lip liner. I do a little overlining of my Cupid's bow. $3.99 at the beauty supply store. Typically, the drugstore lip products that I always run to is this NYX cream palette. It looks like they don't sell it anymore, but as you can see, this bubblegum pink was always my favorite color. The next one that I love using is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. It retails for, hold on, $11.96, and whenever I see it on sale for $8.96, I buy it. This is in the color Reef. When I tell you that most of the times, if not all the times, I'm wearing this on my lips. This e.l.f. lip lacquer is for $3.97. You do not have to put on this many stuff, but as I said, this is what I like to do. I love to layer colors, and it looks really, really nice on me. This one is in the color Mauve Glitz. I don't have any clear glosses that are drugstore, but I do have the NYX Shine Low. This is the only reason why I still use this thing. I go ahead and just pop this clear part that they have here over whatever I'm wearing. I looked at the price and I was literally so in shock. This one is for $17. The beauty supply store has a whole lot of clear lip glosses that are cheap. Next up would be mascara. The one that I use the most is the Maybelline Great Lash. They have another one that's waterproof, but I know for a fact that this one is not. It retails for $7.99. I always get it when it goes on sale for $5. I just use that before I put on my lashes. It doesn't really make a difference, really, to be honest, for me, because I don't have eyelashes. But if it will make a difference for you, please do it. Most of the times when you see my makeup, I'm only really wearing this. This one is the Coastal Scents Double Stack Shimmer Palette. I think that they will still sell these online. You have to find the retailer, because I know for a fact that Beige Cosmetics now is the parent company for this. This is a really good palette. This blush palette never failed me, not one time. It's between the bubblegum pink for me and this color. Today, let's use the bubblegum pink. I know I was feeling a little bit empty. I was wondering why. And I start on the apples of my cheeks. Typically, I smile because it's my favorite part of my routine. It just makes all the difference on my face. The lashes that I'm gonna wear is from Beauty by Janneil P. They're in the style Posh. I'll be back with the final look, and then you guys can let me know if you love it, if you'll be trying some of these products, and if any of my tips helped. This is the final look. I think this really bronzy look is so cute, especially with my hair. I wanted to give an updated makeup routine because I haven't done makeup on this channel for so long. Well, a full makeup video. I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's any product that I used today that you would like to try. I might be going back to a few of these. You don't have to purchase everything that I used today. Just ensure that the steps that I use, try your best to follow them. Practice at home first before you do like a full beat to go outside. Tweak it to your face shape, skin tone, and all that stuff. Ensure that you adapt it to what would look beautiful on you. Drop some blue hearts down below if you love this look. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and remember to share. If you think this video can help one of your friends, share it with them. Let me know any other videos that you'd like to see me do. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.